The PgMP exam, also known as the Program Management Professional Exam, might be the next certification you pursue after your PMP to show your expertise and experience as a program manager. So in this video, we're going to look at 3 ways to study for your PgMP exam. And if you stick until the end of the video, I'll share with you my example study plan. This video is not sponsored, and I'm sharing everything based on my research and what I plan to use when I do take the exam. Oh, and by the way, if you're new here, hi there. My name's Alvin, and I'm an engineering project manager who also became PMP, PMI ACP, and Scrum Master certified. On this channel, I'm here to help you achieve success in your project management career. So as we get into this, drop me a comment down below. Have you heard of the PgMP certification, and do you plan on taking it in the upcoming year? Let me know your thoughts down below. So let's first talk about what is the PgMP certification. Per PMI's website, this certification shows your expertise with managing multiple projects in a coordinated manner that align with your organization's goals. If you're on the fence if this PgMP certification is for you, let me share with you some of PMI statistics. From PMI's 2022 Pulse of the Profession report, 42% reported higher earnings if you had the PgMP certification than those without it. So the salary boost along with the brand recognition is one reason to pursue this certification. Now, to apply for this exam, if you have a 4-year university degree, then you only need to meet 2 criteria. First, a PMP certification or 4 years of project management experience. Second, 4 years of program management experience in the last 15 years. But if you don't have a university degree and you only have a high school diploma or an associate's degree, then you must meet 2 criteria, a PMP or 4 years of project management experience, and second, 7 years of program management experience. Makes sense, right? Now, this exam consists of 170 questions, and you have 240 minutes or about 4 hours to take it. Per PMI's exam content outline, your exam tests your knowledge across 5 domains. 44% of your exam covers the program lifecycle management, 16% on stakeholder engagement, 15% on strategic program alignment, 14% on governance, and 11% on benefits alignment. By the way, check out all links down below for all the references that I'm referring to. Before we talk about the first way to study for this exam, don't forget to smash that like button if you're gaining any value, because it inspires me to keep creating high quality content just like this. Now, I've scavenged the internet looking for resources to study for the PgMP exam. Unfortunately, there aren't too many resources out there like there are for the PMP certification. But here's what I found from my research. To save you the headache and all of that frustration, I think that the best course to prepare for this exam is Coursera's IBM Program Manager Professional course. I encourage you to do your own research and to check out my link down below for more information. With that said, I recommend Coursera's because the program is divided among 6 courses and the content is actually very robust. There are assignments for each course, and material is very interactive with reading, videos, quizzes, and projects. For the first course, Introduction to Program Management, it goes over the profession of a program manager and each of the performance domains and the program management lifecycle. What I really like is that quizzes are included throughout the course to enforce your knowledge. Plus, there's a final separate course that goes into employment opportunities and career paths as a program manager. So it's really tailored to help you advance in your career, not just to help you earn and pass this exam and become certified. The second course goes into the framework, the strategy, and planning around program initiatives that are tied to your company's goals. So there are 4 modules that dive into the program lifecycle, strategy alignment, benefits planning, program activities and execution, and lastly, a final guided project where you can work on an e-commerce program. So again, it's very interactive and you're applying what you're learning to a sample project. Now, the third course gives you a pretty good refresher to Agile development and Scrum. So everything that's tied to Agile planning, sprint execution, and creating a sample Agile plan using the software that's called ZenHub. The fourth course covers program execution and how to manage stakeholders and the governance of a program. The first module covers how to manage your stakeholders and even includes several exercises with creating a communications management plan and performing a retrospective. The second module is on managing change, and it goes over how to manage your program's resources and budget planning. The third module goes over financial planning and program governance. And just like the other courses that we have, there's a final project where you apply exactly what you learned to a sample project called a Smart Retail Transformation Program. The fifth course is your entire capstone project where you get hands-on experience to create different program management deliverables, where you assume the role of a program manager or a program portfolio manager across these modules for formulating a program, managing a program's scope, schedule, and costs, and planning a program's communication, risks, and benefits delivery. So there's a lot there. In all, this program is pretty robust and it contains a lot of material. After you finish the entire program, you'll have an IBM Program Manager Professional Certificate that you can add to your resume. So not only is this program preparing you for the PgMP exam, it's also giving a certificate to boost your credentials on your resume. If this is something that you're interested in, you can sign up using my link down below. Now, the next way to study for your PgMP exam is by doing 2 simple things. First, print out a copy of PMI's exam content outline and read through every single line of that document. Understand what's being covered for each domain. Why, you might ask? Well, it's simple. If you've taken any of PMI's other certifications, then you know absolutely without a doubt how important the exam content outline is. This document tells you exactly what topics that you're going to be tested on. It's like being given the numbers that will win you the lottery. Side note here, my mom loves to play the lottery every time. She never wins though, but she still does it with a small hope that she'll win and become a millionaire someday, right? So anyways, study the concepts in your exam content outline and make sure you understand each one. Second, purchase a physical hard copy book of the Standard for Program Management 5th edition. Not the 4th edition, that's the older version, but the 5th edition, because the exam has been updated to reflect this latest version. Now, I prefer the physical hard copy. That way, while you're going through the exam content outline or you're watching videos through Coursera's IBM Program Manager course, you can quickly reference a section in it and just take notes or read back to it later. This book will be your go-to guide because it's PMI standard for managing programs and it covers everything related to working in program management. So with that said, make sure to read the standard at least 2 to 3 times cover to cover and to refer back to it throughout your study. Now, since there is some overlap in concepts, I recommend having a physical copy of PMI's latest version of the PMBOK Guide 7th edition in case you need to brush up on the fundamentals with how to manage a project. So the third way to study for your exam is by practicing questions. There honestly aren't a ton of exam practice questions for the PgMP exam that's out there. So I had to research across the entire internet to find out which one is the most highly rated and gives you the best value, the best bang for your buck. Now, the first set of practice questions that I found is by Ala Sultan and is found on Udemy. His practice set includes 255 questions, and they've been used by over 1,000 students with a rating of 4.6 out of 5. When you look through the reviews, a lot of people made comments that helped him pass the exam, but his questions do have grammatical errors. So it's just something to be on the lookout for. If you can get past it, it'll be a good reference aid. The second set of practice questions is by Khaled, also on Udemy. It's been used by over 300 students with a score of 4.7 out of 5. A lot of past students have commented that it helped them pass their exam above target in all domains, and it also includes 3 mock exams with 170 questions each. Both of these practice tests are extremely affordable, which is a huge pro. I encourage you to check them out using my links down below. Now, for what you've been waiting for, here is my example study plan that you can use to study for your PgMP exam. The first phase is what I call building your foundation. I personally love to dedicate time to thoroughly understand the fundamentals and any of the concepts before I take or answer any questions. As Ralph Waldo Emerson once said it, it's not about the destination, it's about the journey. So when you embrace the mindset of learning and you're rounding out your skill set, it becomes less about having this piece of paper that shows that you're certified. It becomes more about the person who you're becoming. I've had to embrace this mindset because I'm not the kind of person who is just chasing all of these certifications. I'm not trying to collect them all like in Pokemon, right? So my advice to you is don't overwhelm yourself and feel like you need to do everything in 4 weeks or less. Life is literally too short to get stressed out about having another certification just weighing on you and on your plate, while you're juggling your day job, your family, your health, and so many other things going on in your life. So in this first phase, dedicate at least 1 to even 3 months going through Coursera's IBM Program Manager course. The more hours you put into it in a week, the faster that you can finish the course. If you're really dedicated, you could finish it in less than 2 months. Now, our second phase is what I call strengthening that foundation. In the next 2 to 3 weeks, dedicate 1 to 2 hours reading the standard of program management every single day. It's a little over 200 pages, but you can finish the book in about a week. So in 3 weeks, you'll have to read it cover to cover at least 2 times. No excuses and no exceptions, just read the standard. On your first read through, focus on understanding the concepts. No need to memorize. On your second read through, go back to your exam content outline. Make sure that you understand each concept and find those details in your standard of program management book. After you've done this, we enter into our third phase, which is our final sprint. Thank God, right? We're almost there and we can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Let's go. So over the next 2 weeks, I want you to take the Udemy practice test that I mentioned earlier. For any concept that you're struggling with and questions that you're missing, take notes and refer back to your standard of program management book. Keep refining, keep practicing, and keep solidifying your weak points. After you finish this third phase, guess what? You'll be ready to take your PgMP exam and become a certified program management professional. Amazing, right? Now, if you're planning to take PMI's Agile Certified Practitioner exam, please watch this video next to learn the resources that I used to pass it, and I'll see you in the next video.